Hello and welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. If you're hearing this on YouTube, Podcast Addict, or Podbean, just make sure you've joined us on the Roundtable Discord server. Just search Roundtable Discord on Google or go through the conspiracy theory or politics section of Discord. Join us on social media. We're on all of them. That being said, welcome. We're doing a coronavirus update event right now. And basically, the idea for this particular podcast is this. Everywhere on Earth is being hit by coronavirus, but it's affecting everyone differently right now. So the idea is here is we have members in every country on Earth. So we're going to go through the room of everyone here. You're just going to say, what country do you live in and where in that country, with as much detail as you're comfortable revealing. And then tell us how coronavirus is affecting your community so far. So why don't we start at the top? Let's start at the bottom. Kez, you there,
What?
man?
What's up?
Yeah, what's up? Tell us where you live and how coronavirus is affecting you.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's see. Can't go to the doctor's office in person. Gotta telecommute. Stores are always out of food and everything. Just every fucking day, I go in, like, get scraps to. Well, I mean, I get enough for a few days, but I have to keep going every day to make sure they have enough for at least a week. So, like, the stores are fucking wrecked. Traffic is gone down quite a bit. People there's no parking spaces, because everybody's at home, but nobody's outside. Like, you don't hear anybody outside. Sometimes you hear kids and stuff playing outside, which is kind of weird though, because it's like, damn, like, what if they get some fucking corona shit off of a fucking duck or something? I don't know. Other than that, I noticed a lot of businesses and stuff online and in person are just closed, or they're not shipping. Like, I tried to buy a gaming controller for my Android phone, and it was from Walmart of all fucking places. And I guess, like, the shipper was from, like, China maybe, and the shipping date for it, like, I looked at it and I thought it was gonna say um fucking April 4th, but it turns out it says June 4th on it, and I had to get a refund on that shit. And they still haven't fucking called me back. I hate dealing with Chinese people when it comes to business because they're always slow and fucking. They kind of want to just take your money. They're hoping you forget. But what else?
Say New
Other than
Mexico?
that, it's kind of awkward to, like, be in front of people and clear your throat and shit. People look at you weird. Uh, yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right, thanks, Kez. Truth Forever, do you want to weigh in on this? You there? Truth Forever?
Hello?
Open eye. Oh, hi, Truth Forever. Okay, so Truth Forever, just tell us where you are, what country you live in, and where in that country, if you want to tell us, and how's coronavirus affecting your community?
Yeah, man. I'm over here in South Texas. Right now, they have us on lockdown right now. We're like in quarantine, as people would say. We have about 3 people that have gotten the virus in my county, and yeah, where I'm living. Honestly, man, people are going crazy. I'm a security guard at a grocery store, so I'm literally seeing everything and how people act, and I'm one of those type of people that, like, read people's you know emotions and how they feed off of things, and you know for the past 3 weeks, man, it's just been hectic, and I also work at a warehouse as well, and I'm a security guard there, and the trailers and the truckers, man, they look sick themselves, dude. And I believe, something very big is gonna happen in this country, and it's gonna come soon, man. In my honest opinion, something big is gonna happen in the U.S. and we just got to be ready. I don't know. They're talking about an asteroid close to Earth. I don't know if you've heard of
The fuck?
Project Bluebeam, man, but I look into that type of stuff very much, and Project Bluebeam is a very real project, and I truly believe that something big is going to happen this year. Either the false return of Christ, or you know a false alien invasion. This is the time, man, and be prepared, dude. That's all I can say. I don't know where you're from, but just be prepared for something big that's going to happen. I believe this virus is going to blow off pretty soon, and there's going to be something big in between the lines.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That was good perspective right there. Now, Open Eye Project, are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, what country are you in, and what part of the country are you in? And also try and get that wind off your mic because you're getting a lot of distortion on your mic right now.
Okay. Well, I'm in the United States. I can't tell you where I'm at because I got some bad people after me. You know, some devil worshippers in Georgia's after me, and most likely the Catholic Church wants to stop me, silence me. And but that virus that's going on, like that dude said, I've been telling people that's going to be a fake invasion, or there's going to be a chemical warfare or nuclear warfare is going to happen. And but they could use this virus thing as a prelude for war, you know, to fight China. China's getting out of hand. The best thing I think we should do is just kill the leaders of China, the psychopath leaders, and then put a new leader in there. But we might have to have maybe a fake invasion, a fake alien invasion to let the aliens do it for us, you know, because there's technology out there that we could actually take out China in about 7 days. You know, completely devastate their military war machine within 7 days, maybe 3 days. I don't know. It could happen in 3 days, but no one knows that for sure, you know, but they might just do it, you know. And when I told people about this virus thing that was going to happen, or some kind of warfare, it happened. And we're in some bad times right now, you know. And but that's all I got to say about it, you know, as far as what's going on.
Thank you. I thought that was fantastic. Very interesting indeed. And then can you also give us your take on that coronavirus?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the United States in Austin, Texas. The mayor shut down everything a couple days ago. All the bars are closed, meetups and everything else is shut off. The grocery stores are still open, and some, you know, like fast foods and stuff you can go drive through and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any in my walks and things like that. I haven't seen anybody go crazy or nothing yet. I think, to be honest with you, I think the doom and gloom crowd is because there's a lot of people already in high anxiety. They're going to sit there and just freak out, and I get it. That's how people are. Like, there's a lot of people that are stressed out already, and then this comes. Me in particular, I've been in solitary for 4 years. This is nothing new to me. So the cool heads will prevail, though. As long as these idiots in the army just keep a cool head and do their jobs and protect the people, I don't think we're going to have much of an issue. I don't think it's going to escalate to any kind of global conflict. We're going to see some economic problems, obviously. I don't know. I talked to my dad briefly. He doesn't think he's an economist. He doesn't think any kind of like monetary reset will happen or whatever because of the current government in place. So
reset?
Yeah, like if the market crashes totally, because I mean we're like 7% shy of the Great Depression right now from the amount in 1 month drop. Like, so we could see that we could hit hyperinflation. It could all just go to shit. I don't know if that'll happen, but if it does, I assume there's a plan B, and if that plan B comes out, hopefully they do it properly. But what we need to not do is panic. Like, just be smart about it. Consider it like consider it like a game, I guess. I hate using that term because that's how they play things, but it's like a game right now, and we're in game mode, and we've got to play it right because otherwise we're gonna you're not gonna respawn. You know what I mean? There's no start over. So play it like it's your last.
Since Shogun disconnected, I'm assuming he's having connection issues. So I guess it's a never born, never die. Your turn. So never born, never die. Can you tell us how has the coronavirus affected you in your location and like just what's going on?
I live in Canada, Windsor, Ontario. Everything is shut down. There's not much to do outside. Only takeout delivery for food. Essential businesses are running. Yeah, I think this virus is hiding something. They're hiding something big from us. That's why they made this virus to hide something big. I don't know what that is. But the good thing is that the environment is getting better because people are not polluting as much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Neverborn. Mr. Richard Dawson, would you like to let us know where you are located and your take on the coronavirus and how it's affecting your community?
Yeah, I'm in the DC area. Nothing major. Working from home. There's no toilet paper or paper towels in the store. That's about it.
Nothing else? You got no other take on this?
Nah, not really. It's like everyone seems to be taking it pretty seriously, but I mean, there's not too many cases in my area, so I don't have to worry about it too much.
All right, then. How about you, Luigi Torti? Do you have anything to say about coronavirus or how it's affecting you, where you are?
Yeah, sure. I'm in United States, Southern California, general Los Angeles area, and it did go down, the lockdown, a few days ago, about a week ago. And as soon as that happened, there was the most dramatic drop in traffic, which is the worst traffic in the world. Very high, dramatic decrease in traffic. Yet, I noticed there's still a lot of idiot assholes who cause traffic. So people in LA are assholes in general. But yeah, I've seen quite a lot of masks being worn. There is a considerable Asian American population here, and I've seen a lot of them with masks. I personally have not worn a mask, but lots of restaurants are closed down, even though they could offer takeout. A lot of them have just closed down. I'm getting quite concerned that there's going to be massive backlash, economically speaking. This is probably one of the largest economies in the world, the greater area here. So what happens here is sort of, a good implication. So I think we'll see what happens.
Thank you. That was excellent. King Arthur, do you want to weigh in on this one?
Yeah, so I am in Illinois, towards the Chicago area. I'm not going to say where, but it is near that area. Illinois has actually been hit pretty hard, and the grocery stores and the entire city, everything looks different. The feeling of what's happening has changed 180 degrees. It's like I'm in a different planet, actually, in many ways. Even like TV and news and local news, everything has changed. There's a very obvious qualitative difference between what is happening right now and what's happening before this was widespread. I have managed to, luckily, in the morning, be able to get some supplies to survive for 2 to 3 weeks. I know that's not nearly enough, but whatever. I'm not going to stock up more than that because, I'm sure I'll be able to get some more. Even if I won't, fuck it. I can't, I'm not in a position to do so at the moment. So I've only stocked up for 3 weeks. And I don't understand why people fucking stock up on toilet paper. That doesn't make any sense. Because I don't know, maybe people go through so much toilet paper. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, the ground it's not been good here. It's been pretty fucking bad. The military is most likely gonna be deployed. Actually, I believe the National Guard has been deployed already in many areas, and there could be tanks on the ground. As far as I know, the U.S. Number of confirmed cases is rising at a rate that's unprecedented. And it's crazy how fast the number of cases is rising in the U.S. I think it's actually the fastest growth rate, period. Of course, it could be because of better testing methods, of course, but still, it is insane. And I really hope that we will have an appropriate reaction to the severity of the issue. You know what I mean? Like a very appropriate and powerful reaction to the situation. That's all.
All right, thank you. So, Guru, do you want to tell us where you live and how coronavirus is affecting your community?
Yeah, so I'm from Lithuania. It's like Eastern Europe, right? I live by the near the sea on the western side, so it's not as bad over here. It's only about 200 cases as of now, but yeah, obviously the panic is, it's still a thing here. People are panicking. My mom went to the store like a couple times, a couple days ago, and it's like the shelves are completely empty. There's like no meat, no like grains and stuff like that, long-lasting food, like everything is cleared out. And I mean, it's not as bad here. I live outside the city, so I'm not really in too much danger. So I don't know. We'll get through this, I guess. The only concern is that my dad actually, has to. He has to like keep the order near the testing stations. They're like mobile testing stations set up, so he might actually catch the virus there. I don't know, so that's a bit of a worry, but I mean, it's not as bad here, I guess.
All right, thank you. Cymatic, Detra, what would you like to say about where you are and how coronavirus affects you and your take on the virus?
Yeah, so I'm out here in Denver. We're getting hit pretty hard out here. I don't know, compared to the rest of the nation, not too bad, but yeah, man, I have more questions than anything. I have more questions about the long-term economic fallout from this. This has put us in a very interesting situation. If this is, I'm under the intention that this is going to be a reoccurring thing from now on. It's going to be just as easy for them to come out next year and say there's another virus just as scary as this one, and we need to go in lockdown again. This is going to be a reoccurring reality. Now, the structure of our economy, this is what calls into question, because if something like this happens again, can we just not work for 2 months as a nation and continue? I mean, no, this is obviously going to have to restructure how we do business economically as a society. The restaurant industry is probably going to flop altogether. I hardly see restaurants being even a thing anymore. As scary as that is, it's just, I mean, guys, you got to think, if this comes around again, the restaurants, all the industries that are suffering here now again are going to get it again. So, massive restructuring here when it comes to our economy. And as far as, not panicking and that, and the news telling us to not panic, I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, it's already, people have already done that. I mean, it's already, I'm almost inclined to say panic and push the system to its fucking limits and just watch the system break so we can fucking rebuild this piece of garbage that this system is. I mean, I'm all for capitalism and money, but guys, I mean, we need to really reconsider how things are done here. But I mean, the capitalistic steam train will keep on rolling after this. I mean, I do think that there will be a rebound, and most likely the capitalism steam train will keep on going with, who knows how we're going to go about this. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Thank you, Cymatic. That was great. So that leaves only myself, Shogun, and Soldiver. Soldiver, are you there, sir? Are you there? Soldiver?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't really talk, though. What's up?
Well, do you want to weigh in on this issue that we're all speaking on, or no?
Oh, I just jumped into the VC. I don't know what you guys
Well,
think
we're
is.
talking about coronavirus, and all we're doing is telling where we live in terms of country and part of country, and then saying how it's affecting our community, and then what we think about the virus. So if you want, you can have your turn on the mic. It's on the recorded. It's up to you.
I'll try to get back with you tonight. I
All
came
right.
in to listen, but I got to do some stuff in the background.
How about you, Belushi? Belushi, do you want to weigh in or no? Belushi?
I just got here. I have no idea what's going on.
He never
Okay,
leaves the house anyway.
Belushi, here's the deal. You just tell us where you live in terms of country or part of country. And then you tell us how coronavirus is affecting your community or neighborhood, and then what you think about the virus.
I live in the Pacific Northwest. Next to actually in between two main metropolitan crazy houses of population. And I still know people personally are known sick. And the major road that is right outside my window has exponentially less cars on it. It's pretty crazy. Personally, my work has gone up because people are at home more. I need their computers fixed. So I've been doing a lot of remote desktoping and fixing computers. So I can verify people are staying home a lot more, just from my perspective. So me personally, I usually stay home and then go out at nightlife, so I have no nightlife anymore right now. So besides that, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, the world has been
Can you
flipped up
remote
on its
view
head
me desktop
for me.
boy?
Okay, Belushi. So that leaves only me. All I'm going to say is I live in central Canada, Manitoba, province of, and all the stores are closed except non-essentials. I'm in essential services, so I keep working. Everybody else doesn't get to work. Canada, its economy has tanked because of this, and it's only just begun. And yeah, all the stores are closed. People are wearing masks, and the economy already is tanking, and the stock market is tanking, and everybody's going to be locked down, and it's going to be essential services everywhere. The whole planet's on life support, right? It's like essential services only, stock market tanks, economy tanks. So if you don't have a lot of food and water, if you don't have supplies and whatever, yeah, we don't know. It's just like I said before with the Iran issue. It's like falling off a cliff in the dark. You know you're falling, but you don't know how far you're falling because it's the dark, so you can't see where the bottom is. But society as we know it has come to an end in the sense that 90% of what we've done is now canceled. And that's intense. And the lethality of this disease is estimated at between 10 and 18%. And we ran the numbers on it here on the server several times, and the estimate that we came up with was 700 million dead. And that's a lot of dead people. If you thought of 700 million people, 700 million piled in a pile of human bodies, and you visualize that and you saw that, it would break your mind. That's how many people are going to die. And even if it's half that or a quarter of that, that's 100 or 300 million, whatever. A lot of fucking people are going to die, and the economy and society are going to change.
Do we have like an estimate of how many people in China have died? I mean, I know we're given the mainstream number of like it's like some 3,000 people died in China. I mean, obviously we know that's probably wrong, but do we have any sort of estimate as to how many people have died in China?
I mean, we have one thing that people are putting stock in, which is how many people have stopped paying their cell phone bills, and it's like 14 million or something. It's like 14 million people or 24 million people stopped paying their internet bills, and some people are saying that means that many people died. And I'm saying, well, yeah, a lot of them may have died, but a lot of them may have just not been able to work because of the quarantines and the lockdowns, and so they stopped paying their bills. Doesn't mean they died, but it means the economic impact was so severe, they stopped paying their cell phone bill and they became non-payers. But either way, it's a big fucking deal because in Canada, I mean, think about this, for God's sakes. I'm in central Canada, so I'm in one of the biggest land masses on earth. We have free social medicine. We have free healthcare. We have modern first world infrastructure. We're at low population density. It's a cold climate, not conducive to infectious disease. It has modern conveyances and technology. And our economy took an absolute nosedive already. Unprecedented crash. And we're like the most equipped for this. So this tells you that every country that has coronavirus is going to suffer an economic tank. And what happens when every country on earth suffers an economic tank at the same time is a cumulative exponential impact, because each country that tanks cannot trade with the other countries that tank, cannot trade with the other countries that tank. So the global trade network tanks not just each individually, but exponentially, because they each lose money and then can't trade with each other, which causes them to lose more money.
Shit's crazy, man. That's fucking insane.
The point is, if America isn't making money and China isn't making money, then China isn't buying shit from America and America isn't buying shit from China. But then it's spread also to Italy. Italy's not making money. They're not buying shit from China, America. Germany's not making money. They're not. You see what I'm saying? It's a house of cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you. What do you think is going to happen with money, man? Like, once this stock market actually drops, I mean, people are already saying, oh, the money, like, be careful with the money. Be careful, don't touch money. Money's one of the dirtiest things. You know, that's the fastest way you can contract through this virus. I have a theory, man, that, you know, all this shit that's happening could, you know, lead to a stock market exchange. But I forgot to say that it could also lead to the chip, man, the RFID chips that, what's his name? What was that fucking guy's name that was getting interviewed by that other dude talking about the Rockefellers and shit? It's like a big video. He died. They killed him. I forgot his name. But yeah, man, like, all this shit can be leading up to, you know, the mark of the beast, man. You got to think about that. You know, I believe money is gonna flop, and they're gonna want to do that one world currency shit or one world government shit once you know, we lose the amount of people that we are losing at this rate. I just don't know, man. I don't know.
The official database says that there's in China.
Tim Russert is the guy you're talking about. He's the guy they killed. Tim Russert.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Tim Russert is the journalist you're talking about that was discussing a lot of stuff.
I don't think that's the one. No. I think this is. I know who he's talking about. I forgot the name. It's he was like best friends with one of the Rockefellers, and what happened was, and apparently, so he had like a change of heart. So apparently he was. This was a story that he said. I could be butchering it, but it was something like, you know, he was sitting around with a bunch of those globalist type people, and his daughter walked in from like a skiing trip, and then one of those guys, like, keep in mind the daughter was like 14 years old, and one of them made a sexual comment, and the guy was the guy Russo is coming to my mind.
Russo, there you go.
Russo, yeah. And then he responded by saying she's my like niece or whatever, and she's 14. And then the guy responded, I don't care. And then at that point, this, according to him, that was like something clicked in his mind that he was in the wrong area. This is bad people. And then he had like a 180 and it went around exposing the shit. And he did die, actually. Russo something. Fuck, what was his full name?
I forgot, dude.
Russo. Aaron Russo. Russo. That was the one. Yep.
That guy was a fucking pioneer, dude.
Yeah, it was cool. There's a couple of good YouTube videos on him. It's actually like worth watching for real.
Yeah.
Dude, I just found this Illuminati checklist of all the things that need to be completed for the New World Order to be complete. You might want to check it out.
Yeah, it's all done now, man. With coronavirus, every single checkbox for the New World Order is checked. Like, everything they ever wanted, you got it now. It's done. Done dealio. Welcome to the New World Order, everybody.
They still have a lot of stuff to do. Like, they've got a lot of progress, but they've got a surprising amount completed already, which is actually kind of alarming.
Yeah, it's done, man. Everything.
Dude, as long as us rednecks can still shoot our guns and smoke our meth, I think we'll be all right with the New World Order.
Nah, fuck meth, man. I just do that guy.
That's his fucking hillbilly joke.
Pharmaceuticals, man. Same
I
thing.
need somebody to
Hillbilly
grow
joke.
me some weed. I need a couple girlfriends, maybe a distiller, and a couple bodyguards. I'll be good.
Dude, get a private island, Shogun. Just start a whole dynasty. Fucking Shogun the king.
I
King
know an
Shogun.
island that's open right now.
I mean, realistically speaking, what's most likely going to happen is there's going to be a big push towards more globalism, which I'm all for, by the way. But there is going to be a much more, most likely, I mean, I hope at least, there's going to be a more unified response and a more unified humanity after this, because we have to realize that, yeah, these borders, sure, they exist. We draw these fucking lines, but, at the end of the day, we're sharing the same fucking planet, and we should have somewhat of a unified and organized response towards things like this. We have many life-ending disasters that could, put an end to all of humanity. Asteroids, pandemics, and probably climate disasters of sorts, and who knows what else. There's tons of things that could end the world, and we do, like, from a survival point of view, from a strategic, militaristic point of view, we do need a global leadership to respond to these things. It's essential. Hopefully, it will be very technocratic in nature. Hopefully.
Fucking technocrats. Yeah, I'm all for a fucking world order, man. Like, I think everybody kind of is in a way. It's just like, I don't want to be told what to think, though. Like, I don't want to be told if I make a meme against the Queen of England, I'm going to get a knock at my door type shit. I mean, this thought police bullshit, like,
your credit score will drop.
We're going to be, I know the people that are in this. I've been incommunicado with them. They're arrogant, pretentious. They think they're better than everybody. Like, and they're going to let you know it. Like, it wouldn't be such a big deal if they were a little more humble. But the problem is these people doing it are not humble. They're literally, like you were just telling about, I don't care. That 14-year-old's mine. Like, it's disturbing.
But the thing is, God save our gracious queen, the true fucking Elizabethan progenitor of our society. I mean, for God's sake.
She's a
She descends from the house of Windsor and Saxe-Gotha. How could you not bend the knee to her?
Shut the fuck up. I'm more royal than she is, bitch.
She is the fucking matriarch of the house of Windsor and Saxe-Gotha, and she rules Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, and by rights, America, despite their treason.
By rights. Good luck.
Seriously, though, monarchy is dope. Well, I mean, in all honesty, right? So what happened? There was the Queen of England. The sun never set on the British Empire. She ruled most of the known world. There was two societies. One was called Canada. One was called America. And they both made a decision. Canada decided to stay loyal to the Queen of England, and America decided to rebel against the monarchy. America then decided to give no health care or social services to their people and just spend like trillions of dollars on F-35s that can't shoot straight. Well, Canada gave free healthcare to everybody and stayed under the Queen of England and has free healthcare to this day and much higher quality of living. And your fucking freedom is simply complete nihilism.
Should I go to Canada? Is that what you're saying, dude?
Yeah, obviously.
Look, you're a fucking nihilist, bro. It's not about freedom. It's not about freedom. It's just being.
The true, strong and free.
You can't be telling people what to think, dude. That's all I'm telling you, man. You can't live in a society where you're telling people how to think, bro.
They don't give a shit.
Glorious and free. The glowing hearts we see. True, strong and free.
Canada, you're free. Just don't misgender anybody. But other than that, you're free.
Yeah,
all
by
the
way,
great Canadians are
they
so
changed the
wonderful.
anthem to make it inclusive. Hey, Shogun.
Canada actually abducts your children.
Changing?
How did they change it?
From all thy sons command to all of us command.
Well, your children belong to Trudeau.
Man.
Real quick though, I think we're kind of done with the Corona event, and I would like to keep it more focused and targeted on a specific subject. Should we just end it, or?
Yeah, sure.
Are you
All right,
serious?
thanks.
You're
Wait,
cutting
I
off our
wanna-
maple
okay.
syrup?
Sorry, what, Belushi?
You're cutting off our maple syrup.
No, of course not. This is going to continue. It's just that the recording is going to stop. That's all.
Cutting off our maple syrup.
Of
Not
course
gonna.
not. We like maple syrup. Just we're gonna just we're gonna.
And as I used to always post that guy Daniel pouring the maple syrup all over himself on the beach. Do you have that gift still, innocent?
I just Googled Daniel or whatever.
Do you guys ever just look around and like really just see that we're actually living?
I
Nah,
do,
dude,
yeah.
I'm
I
dead
do
as
that
fuck.
sometimes. I'm doing that right now. I'm
I don't know where it
alive
is.
right now.
Do you want to do the outro, or should I do it?
Yes,
or-
I
Okay.
well, sure. You could do it. Yeah, do it. Hold on. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it. I've never done it before. So yeah, so this was first of all, thank you everyone for joining this coronavirus update event. And I would like to remind you all that we are on multiple social platforms, including YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, and a couple other ones that I'm not sure of. You can always just literally Google the Roundtable, and you'll find us. Roundtable Discord, of course. You got to put that there because we are a Discord server primarily above all else. And it's pretty chill, as you can see. So anyways, thanks again, and yeah, it's over.
Well done.